It is an electromagnetic pulse generator. Today I'm going to explain what is it and what it is for. Okay, maybe this isn't like in Call of Duty when a nuclear bomb explodes and the electromagnetic pulse makes that the satellites fall and everything electronic around and basically everything is destroyed and the cities are therefore unusable. But it does do that function on a small scale, but I think the important question now, what is an electromagnetic pulse? An electromagnetic pulse is an emission, high intensity, of electromagnetic energy. Why is it good for this? Why does it render electronic devices unusable? If you pay attention to technology classes, you will know that magnetism and electronic circuits get along quite badly. Why can't work together? As electric and magnetic fields can interfere with each other, making them malfunction. I compare it with an airplane smelling thanks to the force of the air to the lift that it achieves by going at a certain speed and passing a certain air underneath, and that another force may come later, such as that of the wind, and cause the plane to become destabilized and malfunction. And for this we will need a high voltage transformer that passes the voltage we have to, and a coil through which it passes so that the electromagnetic field is created. After you make the sketch and decide where each component is going to go, I start designing it in 3D and then print it. And while my printer is making the design that it has already made, I'm going to start cutting a sheet of metricolate to use in crystal form. And once everything is finished printing, we put the battery in it. The battery controller that will allow us to recharge it when we want it. And also the voltage booster that will allow us to reach the required voltage to be able to create the coil and thus creating electromagnetic fields. Once everything is assembled and placed in its position, we will begin to weld it, based on the diagram that I'll be leaving you right now on the screen. And finally, in the meantime, we will be printing this one at last, coil, and we will be enameled copper, and we will scratch the ends in order to make the connections needed to, in the end, create the coil through which the electricity will be passing in. It will be creating an electromagnetic field. And finally, we'll introduce the coil we have created to the body, the apparatus, everything else that we've done. And we'll end up connecting a side where it's going to create a tiny spark and another side through which electricity will simply pass through normally. Remember to scrape the enameled wire, as the copper enamel prevents that electricity passes outside of it. And once all these steps done, you should have kind of this device. For here it does not have the machine pay so that you can see it better, and well, nothing. We turn on here. We hit this button, and as you can see, it creates a little spark here. But it's okay, it's just a little spark there and that's it. Then on the other side it is connected in a normal way. The copper wire is scraped, and well, nothing.
To finish the video, this is the second version I've created of an electromagnetic field generator. Previously I had created this one that you will be seeing. I don't know if I will have pictures, and it did work better. I've been researching and it's a terrible version. I do get what I wanted, a little more portability, security, everything being here in just to have a button and have this on the outside and that there is no danger. But I have not managed to create good electromagnetic fields that can to make something stop working. In fact, I got some old headphones to stop working. But I wanted to try to see what would happen if I put it on, and maybe I would start listening and so on. Obviously I didn't wear them. I put them on the table at a lot of volume, and I started to give it. And well, he began to transmit other music, other sounds that were not from the music. and it stopped working, but it stopped working afterwards forever. The other was more effective, and I've been researching and it's that. You have to look. What size the coil has to be, what diameter specifically, how fat she has to be in. All that, and also here's something that is very badly done is that, the coil doesn't have to have anything in the middle. If the coil is free. Yes, it is. Roll like this and the wires for here. It works much better and good to thank you that you are watching the video. Thank you very much for supporting me by watching the videos. Subscribing by liking it and also giving it certain comments to tell me. What should you do to improve? What things should you change if you like this lighting, that if you like the focus of the camera, well, all those things. And nothing, to support this video has cost me a lot of time. Research, creating things, soldering, buying components, and to say that this is the second version, but it won't be the last. I'll end up creating another one, that it does work better and that it does perform better. I would like to say that although I have designed everything from scratch, both the electronics and the electronics as the 3D model, I would like to thank this creator, because it was he who inspired me to create a L model, which is a little smaller. Thank you very much, and until next time.